Krishna is coming in each and every yuga in a different way. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuktanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. So Krishna can easily come in the form of sometimes he comes as he sends the spiritual master through his spiritual energy. So sometimes by his material energy, he can control things. He creates situations like natural calamities to kill the demons. So Krishna can need not come directly. He can come himself through his representative or through other energies, through his material or spiritual energy. पर क्यों भगवान कृष्ण अपने आप आते हैं? Why does he come? What what is the reason for Krishna to come? जैसे हमने कहा परित्राणाय साधुना, he comes for the devotees, और devotees के लिए आते हैं. So especially in this Kali Yuga, Krishna came in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu कौन है? Who is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Who is Lord Krishna himself? Who is Vrajendra Nandana? Who was the son of Vrajendra in the previous life? He became a Sachiputra. He became the son of Sachimata. So it is the same Krishna who came in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what is so special about his avatar as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Because in this avatar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Krishna Prem to everybody. He did not make any kind of discrimination, whether they are Brahmana or they are Kshatriya, they are Vaishya, they are Shudra, even they are outcast. He did not make any kind of discrimination. So Krishna gave the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the form of Krishna. He opened the treasure of Krishna Prem. तो इस तक पहले तक जैसे सत्य युग त्रेता युग तक it was only that we knew about the Vishnu, the Narayan form of Krishna. So nobody knew about the Krishna Prem. So this Krishna Prem is unlocked by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. वो इतना बड़ा treasure है. So एक को संभालना मुश्किल है ना. How can you open the treasure and manage it, open it and close it? If the treasure is too big, don't you need that you need more people to handle it? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came along with his associates. Who are his associates? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadhara, Sri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. He came with Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, and Srivasa and Gadadhara Pandit. So Nityananda Prabhu is Lord Balaram himself. So what is the principal quality of the Nityananda Prabhu? Is that he is praised for his extraordinary compassion to the fallen soul. बहुत बहुत दिन थे नित्यानंद प्रभु वो एक ब्राह्मण था and ब्राह्मण में भी he was in a very high class ब्राह्मण था वो उसके बावजूद भी we know in the previous yuga not even yuga in previous days times that the Vedic culture was so strong that even people when Brahmana come the outcast people they are not even supposed to show their face to them. But Nityananda Prabhu, in spite of being a Brahmana, he went with a straw in his mouth. So those days, out of humility, if somebody is so humble, they keep a straw in their mouth for humility. And he was going door to door and he was begging people. He went to all sort of people. He went to even the Shudras and the outcast people. He did not make any discrimination. And he was begging and telling them, please chant the names of Gauranga. Please chant the names of Hari Hari, Gauranga. And he was even, in fact, he was falling down at their legs. So we can understand that the Lord came in the most compassionate form, especially in the age of Kali, as Nityananda Prabhu, to show his extraordinary compassion. And another quality of Nityananda is he never gets angry. जब भगवान बलराम जी जब कृष्ण लीला में थे, he has shown many episodes of anger. एक बार ऐसा हुआ था कि रुक्मिणी का ब्रदर था, he was trying to cheat Krishna in the dice game. तो उसको इतना गुस्सा आ गया कि he took his famous club. आप have you ever have you seen Balaram always has a club with him? So he took his club to smash the Rukmi's head. So this is how he was very, very angry. And Lord Balaram, once he was dancing with his own set of gopis. Like Krishna did Rasa Leela, Balaram also has his own set of gopis. And he was fully drunk with the Varuni drink. It's a drink made of honey, and he was quite intoxicated with that. And at that time, he called Yamuna to come near so that he could take bath in her. But Yamuna refused to come because she thought that he was drunk. So, in the anger, Balaramji, he took his plow and he tried to drag Yamuna close to him, and she became very scared that she came by herself. So, these are some of the examples of Lord Balaram's anger. So, what does it mean that Balaram means Akrodha means? He does not get mundane anger. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Tribidam narakasyedam dvaram nashanam atmana kama krodha tata moga tasmat etat trayam tajet. So what are the three gateways of hell? Kama, desires, krodha, anger, and lobha, the greed. So these are the three roads of hell. And so Balaram did not show any of the mundane anger. So Balaram means what? Balaram is the Adi Guru. He gives the strength, Bal. So what kind of strength he gives? So some people think, strength means it's only physical strength. We need to go to gym and we need to eat. We need to eat meat and we need to take liquor and all those things so that we can be strong. But actually, what is the real strength? The strength comes from spiritual energy. A person can be however great he may be. But what in case the soul leaves the body? Can the body move even a little bit? Suppose there is a very expensive car. Let's say that there is a Jaguar car. The car runs only as long as the petrol is there. What happens if the petrol is over in the car? Can the car move even an inch on its own?
No.
So, similarly, we can understand that this spiritual strength comes from Lord Balaram. And here, Nityananda is so very merciful that he has given the Krishna prem to everybody, whether somebody is eligible or somebody is not eligible. To all the people, Nityananda Prabhu has given his mercy. So, it so once happened that Nityananda, he was distributing the Krishna Prem to everyone. And once, while he was going with Haridas Thakura, he's called Namacharya, who used to chant 192 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So he was going along with him, and while he was in one of the marketplace, he came to know that there were two very, very fallen people called Jagai and Madai, and they were drunken and they were women hunters, and they used to eat meat, they used to steal, they used to kill the people, and people are generally terrified. Just looking at them, they will move away. Nobody even dared to go near them. But Nityananda thought, if at all, if I could deliver these two people, then the purpose of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who came to distribute the Krishna Prem, regarding in spite of any kind of discrimination, then his mission will be successful. So he boldly went and approached Jagai and Madai, and he requested them to chant the names of Gauranga and Hari Hari. What could have happened to them? क्या किया होगा ये दोनों लोग ने? They
They
were
must have.
drunken. Yeah, and they were very drunken, and one of them was having the liquor pot in them. So what he did is he took the liquor pot and he uh, smashed the Nityananda's head, and it so happened that Nityananda's head started bleeding. Actually speaking, his spiritual body should not bleed, but just for the Leela sake, so blood was. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know that, and he got very, very, very angry, and he immediately reached the spot. And we know Krishna, Vishnu always has Sudarshana Chakra. So Sudarshana Chakra need not even be given instruction, because Sudarshana Chakra is always there for protection. So Sudarshana Chakra comes out and about to sever the heads of Jagai and Madai. But then Nityananda Prabhu, he uh, fell down on the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, see, this particular avatar, you did not come to kill the demons. If you start killing the demons like you did in other avatars, like Rama, he killed many asuras. When he was Krishna, he killed many asuras. But here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu particularly came to only distribute Krishna Prem, not to do any killing activity. He said, if you're killing Jagai and Madai, then the entire world is going to be like them. Then your purpose of this avatar will not be fulfilled. So he asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you please ask Sudarshan Chakra to come back so that, Jagai and Madai will not be punished by them. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I cannot do anything if only, if you want to forgive them, you forgive them. I cannot forgive them because Krishna is very, very close to his devotee. He can forgive the offense that one does for Krishna himself, but he cannot forgive the offense that one does for his devotee. So that is why we should be very, very careful in doing any Vaishnava aparat. So somebody is a devotee of Krishna. If we are offending them, then that means we are directly offending Krishna. So here Madai fell down in the legs of Nitai, and Nityananda's another name is also called Nitai. He is shortly called as Nitai. So he fell down in the legs of Nityananda Prabhu, and then they both, can you imagine those two people who were so well fallen, so much fallen? They became a very great devotees of Krishna, and they became a great Vaishnavas. And when people came to know that Jagai and Madai were delivered, then by hearing the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, many people started chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So, what is the goal of human life? Everyone wants to be happy. We all are in search of happiness. But only Bhagavan and those who are associated with him can be permanently happy. We cannot be happy in the material world unless otherwise we are associated with Krishna and his devotees. But happiness in this material world is like a drop of water in a desert. So you may feel a little bit of relief if you're getting just a drop of water in a desert, but will it help to quench your thirst? On a hot
No,
summer day, you're on the streets and you're not getting any water. If you get a drop of water, do you think that can quench your thirst?
no, Mataji.
It cannot quench your thirst. So in modern age, we think that there are many machines to make us happy, but rather we see that people have become more and more anxious than before. In previous traditional society, did people worry about food?
No, Mataji.
Did they worry about employment? Did they worry about shelter? सबको सब कुछ था ना, खाना मिल रहा था उनको। जैसे बार्बर का बेटा तो वो बार्बर बन रहा था, वो टीचर का बेटा हो तो वो टीचर बनता था। सो एवरीबडी वर डूइंग देयर ओन वर्क, सबको रहने का प्लेस था, एवरीबडी हैज देयर ओन place to eat, sleep. So there was not much anxiety. But nowadays, people have to move a long way to leave from the home. Earlier, everyone had a place to live. There was no scarcity of place. But in modern times, even to fulfill the basic necessities, one has to take a great stress and does tremendous hard work. Do you all agree? When we are traveling to work, how long we all have to travel to work? Even to meet up our basic necessities, we need to do a lot of hard work. But what do people think? आजकल लोग क्या सोचते हैं? If they are living in small towns and village, they think that वो life कुछ भी नहीं है. They think the life is not dignified. But however, Prabhupada ji ने हमको क्या सिखाया? He taught us a simple living and high thinking. And this message is directly coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu have given us this simple way of living. They just say, you just have to dance and eat. Everybody likes to enjoy. People go to pubs to dance and they go to eat and this is. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, so you all have to have the tendency. So you dance for Krishna. You eat Krishna Prasadam. So you enjoy, but you enjoy with the names of the Krishna. So that is the best way for us to enjoy in the world. By doing so, what do we get? Are we just separating ourselves from the world? No. We are very much a part of the world and we are also satisfying our senses. But how are we satisfying our senses? By
Through Krishna.
satisfying the senses of Krishna. So by satisfying the senses of Krishna, our senses can get automatically satisfied. So as Balaram is Adi Guru, so Nityananda Prabhu is the cardinal Guru. So he is the Lord's active principle in both creation and the Leela. Because we know who is holding the entire creation. Sankarshan, Ananta Sesh is none other than Balaram. So Balaram ji assisted Krishna in the Krishna Leela. And in Ram Leela, who was he?
Lakshman.
Yeah, he was Lakshman to Lord Ram. And in the Gaura Leela, he came as Nityananda Prabhu. So Bhagwan ka jo bhi forms hai, all the forms of Krishna or the expansions of the secondary expansion. So Krishna first expands himself as Lord Balaram. So from Balaram, who is the source of Sankarshan, all the other avatars comes. So the source of all avatars is Balaramji. So, and Balaram, he was born in Ekachakra and he was born to Hadai Pandit and Padmavati. And he was born to a very pious Brahmana and originally they were from Mithila. So Nityananda Prabhu, he was born on the auspicious 13th day of the bright fortnight of the month of Magha. It's called Trayodasi. Trayodasi means the 13th day. As a child, Nityananda Prabhu was called as Nitai. And Nityananda Prabhu, he loved to enact the pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna or Lord Ram. And he did it so authoritatively that, people whomsoever come and watch the skit, they think that he is completely immersed in the love of the Godhead. उनको ऐसा लगता नहीं कि कोई ड्रामा में ऐड कर रहे हो. It looks so real. It looked for them as though he has been already there in the past times. So Nitai's favorite part was Lakshman. So he acted as Lakshmana once. It so happened that what happened once when Lakshmana, when he got the Indrajit, say remember Lakshmana becomes unconscious by the arrow of the Indrajit, and Hanumanji went to bring the Sanjeevani herbs to bring the Lakshman's life back. So it so happened that Nityananda Prabhu, he felt unconscious and Hanuman forgot to bring the Sanjeevani herb. So Nityananda Prabhu, he was completely left unconscious. He did not wake up at all. He thought that, because he was so much absorbed in the pastime that he was not waking up at all. Then somebody remembered that Hanuman has to bring the Sanjeevani herb, and then after the Sanjeevani herb was given to Nityananda Prabhu, that action was performed. Then only he came into the uh, consciousness. So his parents were bound by the Vedic culture. So it so once happened that one of the Pandit, his name was Lakshmipati Tirtha. He was a sage, and he came to visit many holy places, and he also came to visit the Hadai Pandit. And seeing the Nitai, he requested his father Hadai that he needs somebody to preach along with him. So he is asking Nityananda Prabhu to be sent along with him. And this made Hadai Pandit very, very, because the father has to give away the son. So the father and mother, they became so very, almost broken in their heart with the thought that, Nityananda Prabhu has to go. And because they are following the Vedic culture, they could not say no, because when you're following the Vedic principles, you have to follow the thing. You just cannot say no to the sage. It so happened even in the Ram Leela, when Rama was being asked by whom? Who was asking for Lord Rama? Vishwamitra. But he was asking Lord Rama, Lakshmana, everybody to assist him. So that time, Dashrath also felt the same thing. He could not, that feeling of separation from the son was so high that after few years, in very few years, both the parents of Lord Nitai, they left their body because they were so much uh, in grief that they left the body. And when did Nityananda Prabhu met Lord Chaitanya? So Nityananda Prabhu was born almost a decade before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when Nityananda Prabhu was almost 32 years old, Lord Chaitanya was only 20 years old. So that is the time when Nityananda Prabhu reached the land of Nadia. Nadia is a place where Lord Chaitanya lived. And he hid in the house of Nandacharya. So it's to heighten the ecstasy of meeting through separation. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know that Nityananda Prabhu has come, but he did not want to meet him immediately. So to bring his ecstasy more, Nityananda Prabhu was hiding, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that Nityananda Prabhu was there, but he is somewhat hiding. So that feeling of separation also, there is so much of love in separation. So finally, unable to bear the separation any longer, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself went directly to Nityananda Prabhu, and the meeting of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu is mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavata, that they both were in so much of ecstasy when they met each other. Because who is Nityananda? Is Lord Balaram himself, is the Lord's elder brother. So Nityananda Prabhu, in the role of the original spiritual master, he was given the task by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to spread the Yuga Dharma of Sankirtana all over the Bengal. So his mercy knew no bounds. People whomsoever were fortunate to come in contact with them were all indebted with the love of Godhead. So there is a very, very special song. I will just try to cast that song. So which is specifically glorifying the pastimes of Lord Nityananda. Okay, I'll just 1 second. I'll cast the thing. So this is the beautiful bhajan sung by Narottama Das Thakura, who sings Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushitala Je Jaya Jagata Jurai Heno Nitai Bine Bai Radha Krishna Paitenai Vrida Kori Daro Nitai Pai. से संबंध नाही जार, वृथा जन्म गेलो चार, से पासु बोरो दुराचार. निताय ना बोलिनो मुके, मजिले संसार सुखे, विद्या कुले की तोरी बेतार. अहंकारे मत होया, निताय पद पासरिया, असत्य रे सत्य कोरे मानी. निताये करुणा हबे, ब्रजे राधा कृष्ण पावे, धरो निताय चरण दुकानी. निताये चरण सत्य, ताहार सेवक नित्य, निताय पद सदा कोरो आसा. नरोत्तम बोरो दुखी, निताय मोरे कोरो सुखी, रघो रंग चरणे पासा. जय नित्यानंद राम, नित्यानंद राम, नित्यानंद राम, जय नित्यानंद राम. जय गौरानिताय, 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 जय गौरानिताय. So this song says Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushitala. So the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda is like you get the soothing moonlight of not just one moon, of the million moons. On a hot day, we feel very, very exhausted. What happens on the summer day? We feel very exhausted during the day. But during the night, when the moon rises, are we not feeling little better on a summer day? Are we feeling little bit of relief in the evening? Yes, but I think in Mumbai we don't feel so because of humidity. But I think in the rest of the place you feel little bit of coolness na, with the arrival of the moon. But here, Lord Nityananda's, whomsoever is taking the shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, they can feel the soothing moonlight of billions of moons. So, in this world, if the world wants to have the real peace, it should take the shelter of Nityananda Prabhu. So, Jagat ke sukh ke liye, if the for the entire welfare of the world, we have to take the shelter of Nityananda. Heno Nitai Bine by Radha Krishna Paitenai. So, unless one take the shelter of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, it is not easy to get Radha and Krishna. Radha and Krishna are very, very difficult to get. Even in ISKCON, even though we are worshipping Radha and Krishna, because the worship of Radha and Krishna is the topmost worship, but the vidhi in which they are worshipped is according to Lakshmi Narayan. Because worshipping Radha and Krishna is the highest stage of worship where nobody even have the qualification. So, unless otherwise we approach Nityananda Prabhu, we cannot get Radha and Krishna. So if one actually wants to enter the dancing party of Radha and Krishna, he must firmly catch hold of the lotus feet of Nityananda. Dhrida kori dharo nitai pai. Bhagwan Nityananda ke pav ko humko, we need to catch him so nicely so that, we will be able to catch hold of his lotus feet. Only then we can get the shelter of Radha and Krishna. And the next stanza says, say sambandha nahi ja brita janma kelopai. So if say sambandha, if we have not established any relationship with Lord Nityananda, it is to be understood that one has spoiled his most valuable human birth. We all saw that the human birth is very, very valuable. We get the human birth after being in 80 crores of human 80 crores of species of life. And now that we have got a human form of life, and that human form of life will also get wasted if we are not developing that relationship with Lord Nityananda. Se pasu boro durachar. So, how is such a person, such a human being, is actually an uncontrollable animal? Pasu means animal, and durachar with a very, very bad quality. So that person who has not established a relation with Lord Nityananda is considered to be like an animal. Nitayana bolino muke majile samsara sukhe. If somebody has never uttered the name of Nityananda, he becomes merged into the so-called material happiness. Why we call so-called material happiness? Do we really get any happiness in this material world? any material happiness that we are getting, is it temporary or is it permanent?
Temporary.
We see
Temporary.
that people are working very, very hard in their 11th and 12th, preparing for NEET, preparing for JE and everything. And then they join college. And in spite of joining the course in IITs, the maximum suicide rate happens where? Which colleges the maximum suicide rate is recorded? In
In big
IIT.
institutes.
And these scores where people are struggling day and night for 2 years, they are thinking that if I get into the IIT college, then I will get a good job and my life will be settled. But where are we getting? So the so-called material happiness. So unless otherwise we think that, this material world is so great and this material world has so many things to offer. And when we are trying to enjoy the material world, what remains to us? Only the anxiety remains. Nobody is happy in the material world. Even in the corporate ladder, people are pursuing one career growth. After they get one post, then they want to further go to next. Then they want to go next. People, they start with a one bedroom house, then they want to go to two bedroom, then they want to go to three bedroom, then four bedroom, then penthouse. So like that, our desires are never ending. So such a human being is actually an uncontrollable animal because he has never uttered the holy names of Nityananda. He has become merged into the so-called material happiness. What can this useless education and family tradition do to help him? 1 second, I'm just getting the doorbell. I'll be right back. So, ahankara matta hoya nitai pada pasariya. So, Asatyere Satyakore Mani. So, being maddened after the false prestige and identification with the body, one is thinking, what is Nityananda? What does he have to do with me? I don't care. So, the result is that he is accepting something false to be truth. Asatyere, the one that is false, we consider that to be truth. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has said that Prakriti Kriya Manani Gunai karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. Ahankara. Hare Krishna. Sorry for the disturbance, but I had somebody very important to attend to.
No
So,
problem.
ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. So, Krishna says that whatever a person is doing is only because of the modes of nature. But ahankar, out of false ego, the person thinks that I am the doer. I am the one who is doing. Like in the beginning of the class, we said karmana deva netrena. According to our karma, we are all allotted different bodies and different things. Sometimes we are enjoying, sometimes we are suffering, sometimes we are born in an aristocratic family, sometimes we are born in a low family. So everything happens as per our karma. And things happens. If somebody is intelligent, Krishna says, Buddhi Buddhi Matam Shaham. The buddhi is also coming from him only. So basically, everything is coming from him. But what does a living entity thinks? I did it. I did it by my hard work. I did it with my efforts. So the living entity is identifying himself with the body. Because he is identifying himself with the body, he thinks that I am the one do you. The world also says, now you work hard, play hard, When you work hard, you think that everything will happen. But there are many people who are working hard in this material world. Because people are working hard, can they become Ambani? नहीं बन सकते हैं ना अंबानी, क्योंकि आप हार्ड वर्क करते हो. That doesn't mean like Ambani's children, they wouldn't have done anything, but they are born with a silver spoon. So our destiny is designed because of our karma, not because that we are the doers. So, but Krishna also says that we just have to do our work, but don't expect the result. So doing the work is what is most needed. We all have to do the work, but don't expect the result. So we should not, but the living entity think he is the one who is doing of everything. So the result of something is what we accept something that is not truth, and then we think that why should I take the shelter of Nityananda? If you actually want to approach the association of Radha Krishna, you must achieve the mercy of Nityananda. Nitaye Koruna Habe Braje Krishna Braje Radha Krishna Pabe. So, without the mercy of Lord Nityananda, one cannot get the mercy of Radha and Krishna. It is impossible for one to get the mercy. So, one has to take the shelter of Lord Nityananda to take the mercy of Radharani. Otherwise, we cannot approach Radha and Krishna. So, Lord Nityananda, when he is very merciful to you, then you will be able to approach Radha Krishna. Therefore, you should firmly grasp the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. So, that is why we need to take the shelter of Lord Nityananda, because by taking his shelter, he can easily give us the Krishna Prem. Otherwise, Krishna Prem is very, very difficult. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the compassionate form, and Nityananda Prabhu came even in the most compassionate form. So Nityananda Prabhu also delivered the Jagai and Madai, who were the most downtrodden people in this world. Similarly, Prabhupada also delivered people in the West. They were all drunken, they were all meat eaters. So to all of them, Prabhupada delivered. He also followed the footsteps of Nityananda, and he also went and he approached everybody. And Nityananda Prabhu, he approached everybody in the home. And in fact, he fell down in their legs and their feet. Although he is a Lord, he is telling, please chant the names of Gaurahari. Please chant. So he was requesting them. And such a merciful avatar he is. And if we do not take the shelter of Nityananda Prabhu, if we do not hold his lotus feet, that means we are wasting our human form of life. Hari Hari Vifale Janama Hoino. In the previous class, we saw that if one is not taking the shelter of Radha and Krishna, then knowingly we are taking the poison. And what is the way to take the shelter of Radha and Krishna? Through Lord Nityananda, through the most merciful form of the Lord. And the last paragraph says, Nitaye charana satya, tahara sevaka nitya, nitai pada sadakoro asa. The lotus feet of Lord Nityananda are not illusion. One should not think that, okay, it is our own illusion that, we have to take the shelter of Nityananda. What in case that we do not take? One should not think that way. One who engages in the transcendental service of Lord Nityananda is also transcendental. So those devotees who are serving the Lord, they also get the happiness like the Lord. वो आनंद कब मिलता है? When we are directly associated with the Lord. जब हम भागवतम पढ़ते हैं, जब भगवद गीता पढ़ते हैं, when we are chanting and when we are accepting prasadam, are we not getting the bliss? I remember other day Uma Mataji was telling that the more she chants, she feels like chanting more and more. You don't feel like giving up. So are we not getting that bliss by rendering the devotional service? So by engaging in the transcendental loving service of Nityananda, one also gets transcendental. So always try to catch the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Narottama Das is very happy. Actually speaking, Narottama, Nar Ottamam, what is meant by Nar Ottama? What is Nara means? Human. Uttama means best
Uttam.
among the human. He cannot be unhappy, but the great saints, just to deliver us, they act as though they are unhappy so that they can, through their example, they can show that Nityananda Prabhu is saying that he is very unhappy. So that he is strongly giving the message that by taking the shelter of Nityananda Prabhu only, I can become happy. So he is asking, Nitai, Narottama Boro Dukhi, I am so unhappy. Nitai Mori Korosuki, only Lord Nityananda can make me happy. Otherwise, nobody else can make me happy. So, my dear Lord, please keep me close to your lotus feet. So, this is a very, very beautiful bhajan which is sing by Narottama Das Thakura on Nitai Pada Kamala. So, we can understand how merciful is the Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And by taking the shelter of Lord Nityananda, one can be very happy. Therefore, Narottama Das confirms Nitaya Charana Satya. The lotus feet of Nityananda are not illusion, they are the fact. Tahara Sevaka Nitya, and one who engages in the transcendental loving service of Nityananda is also transcendental. If one engages in the transcendental loving service of Nityananda in Krishna consciousness, he immediately achieves his transcendental position on the spiritual platform, which is eternal and blissful. Therefore, he advises, Nitai Pada Sada Koro Asa. Always try to catch the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Narottama Boroduki, Narottama Thakura, the Acharya, is taking the position that he is very unhappy. Actually, he is representing ourselves. He is not unhappy. He is representing us who are unhappy. He says, My dear Lord, I am very unhappy. Nitai More Korosuki. Therefore, I am praying to Lord Nityananda to make me happy. Rakoranga Charanera Pasa. Please keep me in the corner of your lotus feet. So, this is a beautiful bhajan of Nitai Pada Kamala. I will also share this bhajan in the group, the lyrics and also the singing. So, Nityananda Trayodasi is on Monday. That is, Monday is on 10th of February. So let us all take the shelter of Lord Nityananda. And how do we get the mercy of Lord Nityananda? So somebody asked my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhaktivika Swami Maharaj, how can we get the mercy of Lord Nityananda? And he said that Nityananda Prabhu is happy when we are directly serving Lord Chaitanya. And what did Lord Chaitanya's mission was? To give the Harinam to every town and village. The main purpose of the avatar of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is distribute the love of Krishna to every town and village. So, whomsoever is preaching this Krishna conscious movement, then Nityananda Prabhu will pour his mercy on us. So, we should also try to preach Krishna consciousness to our near and dear ones. By preaching the Krishna consciousness to everyone, we can take the pouring mercy of Lord Nityananda. And what can we pray to Lord Nityananda? We just saw what did Narottama Thakur pray to Lord Nityananda? What did he pray?
To let us be in his lotus feet.
Hare Krishna.
To allow us to be there on his lotus feet.
Yeah. So we have to take the shelter of Lord Nityananda. We have to surrender to Lord Nityananda. By surrendering to Lord Nityananda, we can get, what do we get? We get the love of Radha
Krishna.
and
Radha.
Krishna.
Radha and
Krishna.
So
Krishna.
the most easiest way to obtain the love of Krishna Prem is through Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So this is about Lord Nityananda. There are so much to say, but I know it is a weekday and you have family to be taken care and dinner and everything. So I'm just stopping here. If you have any questions, you can do. And there is just a pranam mantra of Nityananda Prabhu. I will try to cast that. Let's try to chant that pranam mantra.
Mataji, we do have any temple of Nityananda?
No, every place has. Even when we are doing the our darshan, no, in the Juhu temple also, one side we have Gauranita, and in the middle you have Radha Rasa Bihari, Lalita Sati, and this side we have Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. That's why when we sing, no, Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman. So
Okay.
Nityananda Prabhu is there in all the ISKCON temples, Mataji. You have visited the ISKCON temple?
I haven't visited, not noticed, but next time I will just take care.
Yes, Mataji. Even when we are doing the darshan, no, when we are sharing the darshan is also there. This is there. 1 second, I'm trying to find the pranam mantra of Lord Nityananda. Yeah. Any questions about Lord Nityananda? So are you all clear about who is Lord Nityananda?
Yes.
Jim.
So mainly Lord Nityananda came so that we could come out of this material clutches. We have to come out of this material mire. Otherwise, this material world is full of illusion. I found one. Yeah. Can you repeat after me, please? Nityanandam aham naumi.
Nityanandam aham naumi.
Sarvanandam karam param.
Sarvanandam karam param.
Harinama pradam devam.
Harinama pratam devam.
Avadhuta shiromani.
Avadhuta shiromani.
Nityanandam aham naumi.
Nityanandam aham naumi.
Sarvanandakaram param.
Sarvanandam karam param.
Harinama pradam devam.
Harinama prema devam.
Avadhuta shiromani.
Avadhuta shiromani.
Nityanandam aham naumi.
Nityanandam aham naumi.
Sarvanandakaram param.
Sarvananda karam param.
Harinama pradam devam.
Harinama pradam devam.
Avadhuta shiromani.
Avadhuta shiromani.
So this is a pranam mantra of Lord Nityananda. So in a simple way, how can we describe the mercy of Lord Nityananda? So let us take an example. Like a student has got 30 marks. So by getting 2 marks, he can pass. So if Lord Krishna was there, probably he would not give the 2 marks. He says, Ye yatama prapadyante tam sataiva pajamiham. To the extent you surrender to me, to that extent only I reciprocate to you. So Krishna will not give the grace marks. So if it is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came as Om Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurad Vishe Namaha. He came in a most merciful form of Mahavadanyaya, to distribute the Krishna Prema. So he will easily give, okay, 2-3 marks less, okay, just put it and he will pass that person. But how Nityananda's mercy is, if a person is attempting a paper and he doesn't even know anything. So Nityananda Prabhu says, just you write the name and give your paper. I will make you to pass. So with this example, can you understand how compassionate is Nityananda Prabhu? उनका कृपा पाना बहुत बहुत आसान है बिकॉज ही केम इन द मोस्ट कंपैशनेट जैसे जगाई मदाई को उन्होंने अपना कृपा दिया था and they were so bad and they tried to even harm him. In spite of that, Nityananda Prabhu excused them. The one person who showed lot of anger in the Krishna Leela and other places, here he was completely devoid of anger and he came in a most compassionate form. So let us all take the shelter of Lord Nityananda Prabhu and we also fast for a day when it is the Nityananda Trayodasi. It's not a day, half a day. So it would be nice if you can all fast for half a day on the occasion of Nityananda Trayodasi. So half a day and then you can break the fast with the grains. You can eat regular food. And there are also some very good dishes which is very favorite to Lord Nityananda. which I will share in the group, a few recipes that you can try and you can offer to Lord Nityananda. Maybe at least a simple one, we can all make one boga and offer it to Nityananda for his pleasure. Is it fine with all of you? Maybe you can offer one thing we can make for Lord Nityananda.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji.
So I will share few recipes that are Lord Nityananda's favorite. So bhog laga ke, then we can hold the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda and ask him for mercy of Lord Nityananda, who is the most merciful form. There are many things to speak about Lord Nityananda, but considering the time and considering the thing, so fasting is nothing, Mataji. Till half a day, we don't eat anything. If you're feeling very difficult, you can take some fruits and you can take milk and you can take some water. And if you're still finding difficult, you can take some Ekadashi Prashadam like non-grains like sabudana or bugger like that. You can take something in the morning if you're finding difficult to fast for half a day. Otherwise, if possible, if you can stay nirjal till afternoon, it's the best way. If you cannot do that, you can take water. If you cannot do that, then you can take some fruits. If still that is also difficult, then you can take some khichdi, ekadashi, like sama khichdi or whatever non-grains. You can take some quinoa or anything, some milkshake or anything you can take. So that's all, a simple fast for half a day. It's not very difficult so compared to the full day fast of Ekadashi. And tomorrow is also Ekadashi. So I hope each and every one of you are keeping the Ekadashi Vrata in this group.
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Okay. And on Ekadashi day, we chant extra rounds. So these days, the Ekadashi day, the appearance of the Lord's incarnations and the spiritual masters, there are certain days by taking the austerity of fasting, one can advance in devotional service. So apart from Ekadashi, there are few days like Advaita Acharya's appearance day was also half a day fasting. So tomorrow, I mean, Nityananda Trayodasi is also half a day fasting. And we have the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day, which is on March 14th or 15th, I think. So that is about Lord Chaitanya. We fast till the moonrise. So, and Narsimha Chaturdasi, we fast till the dusk. And Janmashtami, we fast till 12 o'clock. And Prabhupada's appearance day, we fast till noon. And yeah, so Prabhupada disappearance day also, we fast till noon. So these are some days by fasting, we get the benefit of the mercy of the devotees, because by their mercy, we can advance in Krishna consciousness. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare
Any
Krishna.
questions? Was it okay? Was the class okay? Did it help you to understand a little bit about Lord Nityananda?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
very.
Yes.
Are we all now clear who is Lord Nityananda?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
And his mercy, that's most important. He is the most merciful. So it's more easy for us to catch the most merciful. We may have many defects in our devotional service. That is also the reason why we chant the Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda before the chanting, because there is no offense in chanting the names of Gaura and Nitai, but there is an 10 offenses while chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Therefore, we chant the names of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates so that they help us to come out of any kind of offenses that we might do while chanting. So please chant the Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya this Prabhu Nityananda before you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra once to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and his associates. Hare Krishna. Can
Hare
we end
Krishna,
the class?
Mataji.
Any
Hare Krishna,
questions or
Mataji.
any realizations, anything you can share if you have anything? Everything is clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Mataji. It was very
Okay. I
beautiful
think
lecture.
Brahmini, we have a new devotee who joined the class. Were you able to understand today's class?
I think
I think
Mataji, she left, I think.
Yeah, she left the class. Okay, I saw that in the beginning, maybe. Okay, no issues. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Vacha
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.